So welcome back to my channel. This is Gamer Dom, and those of you of a nervous disposition might want to turn away now. Remember back in February? February it was, I think. Yeah, here we go. February article on the Armoured Patrol. This was a story they reported. It was widely reported across multiple places about the fact that Wargaming said that the Object 252 version U Defender would not be sold in the EU anytime soon. Well, actually what they said, for now. It was resold on North American server, the Asian server, blah blah blah, repeatedly, but EU they didn't, because there was such a shitstorm about this tank. So prepare for the shitstorm to return, because guess what, today it went back on sale for 3 days. Not only did they put it up for 3 days only, they've also bundled it. So the two things that are guaranteed to absolutely piss off everybody out there, well, not everybody, but a large percentage of the player base, Wargaming have decided to do. So the cheapest package at the moment you can get the tank. Obviously this isn't the Defender version. Maybe that's how we'll get around it. We didn't sell the Defender, we sold the Object 252U. Yeah. So for a whopping £51.33 you get the tank, 100% crew, garage slot, 3,750 gold, 30 days of premium, and 15 times 5 XP bonus thingies. Yeah. Alternatively, of course, you can just rush off and buy the Best Buy pack, which is this thing here. Yeah, so this one is £85.55. This gets the Object, the 100% crew, the garage slot. You get the Tier 2 Tetrarch, whatever it is, the American, it's a Russian light tank, isn't it? With the 100% crew and garage slot, you get 1,750 gold, 30 times 5 missions, and loads of other missions as well. So yeah, it's back, badder than ever before. The Object 252 U, not the Defender note, but it'll cost you 50 quid to get it. So why the big fuss about this thing? Let's have a look. So this is Bassa146 who's driving his Object 252U. So why the big fuss about this thing? Well, I think it was Mighty Jingles who suggested that this tank was idiot proof. Now I'm not sure I necessarily agree with his assumption that it's completely idiot proof, but it's kind of getting up there. Why is that? Well, it's a pretty mobile heavy. It's got phenomenal armour, absolute phenomenal armour. And it's a sort of V-shaped, almost boat-like hull on it, which means it's really hard to get a penetrating shot across the side. And it's got a good boomstick. Look at that, 498 damage on that Oni, who complains about the Japanese Super Obese tanks when this thing's around. Boom! It is just a bitch of a tank, and you can see he's taking shots left, right, and centre, and they can't pen him. Now penetration 225 and 440 average damage. If you resort to the skill rounds, 265 penetration. So not the very best pen, but actually not bad at all. Can we finish off that Oni? Love the fact. I mean, he's just using this turret armour to perfection. Oh, someone. Oh, that was the Oni. Managed to plonk an HE shell on him. That's about the only chance he's got of doing anything to us, to be honest. Don't want to shoot your own teammate in the back of the head, mate. There's a medium tank coming up there. Nice shot into there. Slow gun reload. Only 12.38 second reload is a little bit tardy. But, you know, to look at this, he's just none of those lower tier. And this is where this thing is an absolute brute. When it's top tier, it's just godlike. And really, there's very little these guys can do to him. Beautiful. The accuracy on this gun is not fantastic actually, but he must have a pretty good crew in this because he's making it look really simple. One of the big problems I have in this tank is it doesn't carry enough rounds to cause the mayhem that it sometimes can. He's already down to just 23 rounds left, which in a prolonged engagement, you know, can mean you can get very close to running out, or you hit your premium round, you hit your premium count quite hard. So he's in this beautiful hull down position here on the Minsk map. He is top tier, so he can afford to be very aggressive. Because as I say, it's idiot proof. No, it's not idiot proof. I said it wasn't idiot proof. It's nearly idiot proof. Does that make sense? It's very, very durable, shall we say that. It can stand to a hell of a lot of punishment. And dish out a fair amount. Oh, here we go. T39. Oh, we managed to whiff that shot. There's the gun accuracy. Does let you down from time to time. His team, well, they've crawled it back. It's 4-all, but they've won the other flank, and it's basically Baza and a few other tanks holding this right wing against quite a lot of the enemy vehicles. So he's doing his bit. He's doing his bit, and he's holding on manfully. So what to say about this tank while we're watching him rip merry hell out of the enemy teams? So is it fair that this thing comes back on sale? So I don't know. It's one of those things. I mean, we should never ever be surprised by, look at that hit, 550. What an uproll that was. We should never be surprised that Wargaming break their word. They said they would never sell the Mutant, they sold it. They said they'd never sell the E25 again, they sold it. They said they probably wouldn't sell the Defender again, and they've sold it. So, you know, kind of, are we surprised? No, of course we're not. They're money-grabbing bastards, we know that. I don't know what is going on with them at the moment, but they are going into full-out milk the player base frenzy. The number of premium tanks come out. This game has truly become world of premiums. And is it a bad thing? Well, you know, I argued a long time ago now, one of my first controversial type videos. I don't do controversial really because I'm a bit grey and boring. But I said, well, why the hell shouldn't I get a decent tank with my money? If I'm paying money, I should get it. If I go into a shop, I'm not going to say, oh, don't make it as good as the I'll go into a really nice clothes store and buy something and say, well, don't make it as good as the one, or make it worse than the one at Primark, because it's just not fair. Of course you don't. You buy the best you can afford, and that's what it's sort of the way mechanics of the economies work these days. So, should it be a crappy tank just because the balance of the game? Well, no, it shouldn't. But then it shouldn't dominate a game, right? And it shouldn't be that the only way to get on, or it feels like the only way you can get on in the game, is by having said tank. And that's the danger with this thing. I think the problem with it is that everybody wants to have a Defender because it's perceived to be this godlike tank, and in some cases it is. Look at it, but only in the hands of somebody who really knows what they're doing. The other thing to say about this is a lot of people already have it. I have it. I love it. I play it not that much, but every so often I play it. I trundle out it more of as a release than anything else, and it is an awesome tank. Even an old noob like me can have pretty good games in it. So is it fair that I can't really, well, I can't, it would be completely unfair of me to say, don't sell it again. How could they sell it again? How dare they sell it again when I've already got it? What's the fairness in there? And there's a lot of people out there who have it already. So why is it fair for us to say, we've got it, but nobody else can have it? It's not, and that's the problem. Having sold these tanks already, it's very hard. Look at that. There you go. It angled round. Boom. Ammo racked him with his last regular round. Whoa. So yeah, it's not very fair on us to go around saying, oh, this tank shouldn't be sold again, because I've got it sitting in my garage, other people have it sitting in their garage, so where's the fairness in that? Should it be as dominant as it is? Well, I think the problem is that the genie is out the bottle, right? They've already sold this thing. It's already out there causing problems, and you can't really stop that happening. It's kind of a done deal, right? Is it fair? Probably not. Is it right? Probably not. But it is what it is. One of my favourite expressions. It is what it is. You know, it's the problem with this tank is that it should never have been put on the test server at all. It should have been properly play tested, and they should have realised that it just isn't up to. It's just too good to be out there. That's what they should have done, but they didn't, and it's out there, so it's back up for sale. Now, should we be surprised they sell it again? Of course we shouldn't. Of course, they're a business. World of Tanks, Wargaming is a business. They're out to make money. Much as we would love to think this is a free play game, it isn't. It's a money making machine, and they're going to do it whichever way they can. So there you go. That was Bazza showing what the Object 252U can do with an ace tanker. Of course, he got Demolition Expert, Bruiser, Duelist, Fighter, Fire for Effect, Shellproof, Steel Wall, and High Caliber. He was top tier, but he carried. I mean, look at that, 5,753 damage, 4 kills, 1741 base XP. What was the next highest damage? 1,800 damage, nearly 3,000 by that E25, who had a cracking game. But you know, an E25 against an Object 252U, good luck there, matey. You know, he did all he could, but really, tier 7 against this tier 8, oof, good luck. 20 shots fired, hit with 15, penned with 14. I was impressed with his accuracy. That gun can really waft it sometimes. Took 14 hits himself, and this is the problem. Only 4 of them penetrated. 10 bounce for 2,800 against lower tier tanks. It's just a bitch. But remember, with the tier 8 matchmaking, although that has changed lately, I don't know whether anyone else has noticed it, the tier 8 matchmaking has got a little bit more gentle. But even so, you do see tier 9s and tier 10s a lot, and then this thing isn't quite as dominant. Still very, very good, but it's not as dominant as it is when it's top tier. And look at this, didn't fire any premium, and nearly 150,000 credits profit with the booster going from a mission thing. 93 if he'd been running, hadn't been running premium, and wow, had a 10,000. That must be the ×5 missions he's got running there, because look at that, 13,452 XP. Would have been just shy of 9,000 without a premium account. So there you go, the Object 252U Defender back on the market, back for sale for a limited period on the EU server. But 50 quid, 50 quid, you've got to be kidding, Wargaming. Is it fair? Jury's out. I'd love to know your I know everyone's going to have firm views on this one way or another, but you know, is it fair? Well, it's already out there, so you know, is it fair that anybody else can't buy it if they want to? I'll tell you what isn't fair, selling it for 50 quid. They should be selling it as a standard premium, but they know that there'll be a lot of suckers out there who believe all the hype about how fantastic this tank is, and it is very, very good, and they'll 50 quid, I'll do it, because it will suddenly make me a great big stat warrior that I want to be. Sadly, they've still got to have some ability in World of Tanks. It isn't just down to the tank. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. As always, look forward to your comments down below, and let me know what you think. This is GamerDom signing out.